I think what really blew up in the news and the headlines was that there were a lot of cases of people who had green cards who were coming back from vacations. They were held either prior to entering getting on their flight or at the airports, and even people who had already immigration papers. I remember of a particular one. These two girls in New York. Their mother was on the plane, was gonna migrate to the U.S. All the documents were in check. I mean, she was already approved to migrate. I guess petitioned by the daughters. What happened to them? Why were they held at the airports? And I guess some of them were only released after some volunteer lawyers came up and helped them out.
Well, let's first talk about, let's separate ourselves between those who have non-immigrant visas to those who have immigrant visas.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the only people who have a constitutional guarantee to enter the United States are American citizens. Okay. The issuance of a visa does not by itself guarantee somebody admission to the United States.
Right.
They simply have to, what they need to do is upon arrival, the visa is more of a recommendation to Homeland Security or the Customs and Border Protection, which is our border police, to say we think this person should be allowed to enter. But it's up to border security to allow it. Now, one possibility, and I don't know all the facts, is the executive order came out while they were on the plane. The green card issue has been closed. The issue,
so that was a mistake?
That was a mistake. That was a mistake because during the time, Homeland Security, through Customs and Border Protection, was not equipped, didn't understand everything, so they said, look, the order came in from the White House. We have to follow this. So the green card issue is solved.
Where could have they misinterpreted it? I mean, it's kind of, to most people, even non-lawyers, it's kind of clear that you already live there, you're a green card holder, you just want a vacation, coming back. How could have they mistaken that as part of those who you want to put a pause on, trying to visit on a tourist visa or new immigrants?
Well, it's simple, TJ. A lot of people didn't read the text.
Even the Homeland Security people?
Even the Border Control, many of the Border Control agents did not read the text. But if they read the text, they would see in the text, specifically either subsection E or F, stated Border Control may allow people on a case-by-case basis, even with this pause.
But was there any text with regard to green card?
Whether
card, yes or
no? National interests. Somebody who has a green card is considered somebody, we have a national interest to allow them in. But
so even green cards, you're saying, is not a guarantee, not a constitutional guarantee to come back.
Well, this is what I'd like to talk about. We should focus on this for a few minutes. The green card, if you have a green card, you need to be living and working in the United States. Now, suppose, for example, you had a green card. And you got your green card because you were petitioned by a family member or a spouse or something, and you decided to come back to the Philippines for a long time, and you decided to overstay your time. I'm having such a good time, I got a great job, and...
Overstay in whose terms? The U.S. terms or the Philippines?
No, you came back to the Philippines and used your green card, on your green card, and let's say you overstayed for a long time. Under our law, if you have remained outside the United States for less than 6 months, but more than a year, you are subjected to something called secondary inspection at the border, which means border agents take you inside and they say, what are you doing outside the country?
Why were you out for so long?
Why are you out so long? Give me the reason. Now, if you're outside the United States for more than a year, you are presumed to have abandoned your green card.
You've waived the green card.
Yes, and there's two ways to get back in on a green card. One, you could file something called a returning resident visa, which Filipinos living here who have overstayed their green card for quite a long time can file a returning resident visa through the U.S. Embassy here. Or they can simply be repetitioned. So in that situation with the 7 selected countries, yes, that was an issue, but that issue has already been resolved right now. So there is no issue with the green card issue.
All right, so that's clear now. Now I guess the questions of a lot of other, immigrant countries, especially us Filipinos, is this going to affect us? Like, you can understand the concern of other Filipinos say, they have kababayans visiting here, balikbayans, and they're going to go back to the U.S. Will they have problems going back?
Okay, right now, the travel restrictions include 7 nations.
Yeah, only the 7
Philippines
nations.
is not on the list. So to say we can always think what will happen, but until that happens, it's kind of hard to stretch it.